See the smile behind my mask. How long will it last? Stimulus going fast. Government won't.
Aloha, this is Skye, your soulful progressive with FNN-Feminist News Network, that feminist news that's right for you. Welcome to Skye and the Apapue Room, giving you that soulful news you need, yes indeed. And if you haven't told a friend to like and subscribe and get that soulful news that soulful way, well baby, you better let them know I'm the only ADOS soulful opinionated reporter from Hawaii today. Yeah. Now, what is it I want to talk about? What is going on? We're sticking with threes. Oh yeah. It's 2022, but we're with the threes. And what is going on with the threes today? I'm going to tell you the three main reasons that the pandemic is not going successfully. It's the same three reasons why the government is doing a crappy ass job with the pandemic. Now, these are the three things that would fix it and also shows the government's lack of ability to handle it. Now, the first one is Medicare for all. If we had Medicare for all, this pandemic, it's already been said on Common Cause that it would save tens of thousands of lives. Knowing the fact that most of these 900 plus, almost a million deaths that are out there now, we know that it's primarily the poor and those that are suffering due to the lack of decent medical care, and Medicare for all could help save their lives from cutting them short and adding morbidities that they're blaming for their deaths. And what else is going on in regards to that medicine? They're not giving no Medicare for all for those that are suffering from long haul COVID. What's up with that? They should have been done, took care of those people. Now they're giving payment for those that die of COVID, some up to $8,000. But one thing they will not give you is those that die from the vaccine. What's up with that? They made a law so you can't even do it. That's what they did. When there should be class actions all over the place due to a fact that a lot of people that they're settling as a low number did die from these vaccines. They just want to accept what has happened when there's still people ongoing that's being rejected by this vaccine and getting horrible results without benefit to them for taking it. And the pharmaceutical, big pharma can't be held accountable. That's a bunch of freaking crap right there. And that really needs to be changed. That really needs to be changed. That is showing you that our progressives in Congress is not that progressive if they're not working on that or forcing the vote for Medicare for all. Exactly. Even the nurses and the doctors are quitting because of the stress that is coming through. And maybe if they had Medicare for all, maybe they wouldn't be working for networks. They would be working for the people to help the people instead of helping make profits. And number two, another reason why the pandemic isn't going so well that shows the inability of the government is showing you that they are using the pandemic to what? To make money for the pharmaceutical companies. We already talked about that. We know that's happening. That's clear and evident. You should know that. I'm talking about unions, workers. This has taken a toll on everybody that has been a part of the working class. And what am I talking about? They have used this pandemic to come down on the right to work in at-will states that are degrading and bringing down workers everywhere, forcing them into unsafe, jeopardizing positions that put their lives and lives of others at risk. We're talking about people like Amazon. We're talking about people that died in the fire at Amazon, and workers that have died with in Hawaii alone. The construction workers are dying left and right. There's been more deaths with construction workers this past year than any year ever. It was like the year before COVID, it was like 7. Now it's like 27, 25, that's crazy. It's more than double. Somebody just died from a trench giving way yesterday. This is what I'm talking about. Safety isn't being sought or looked after or done. This is why we haven't Red Hill with contamination of water, because somebody decided that they cannot hire and maintain people that are going to keep an accurate and caring position and take it seriously for the money they make, but they're just low-paid, low-level employees that mess up, break up, and before you know it, they're busting a pipe, and there goes all the gas into the stream. Now, if we were paying people more, we wouldn't be having lawsuits over companies forcing workers to stay like they're doing in so many states now. I'm talking about nurses, respiratory therapists, and even railway workers that they're forcing not to strike because of an old law which should have been gone. This is another failure of our Congress and Democratic-led progressives that claim they progressives when really they're all a part of the corporate coup that keeps the two duopolies holding power. Because they should have been done, changed all that, and made it in the CARES Act that workers are protected, that they must be given proper PPE and proper accoutrements for their jobs. Not doing so is just letting you know, compared to other countries, we're way down and below, and all we're doing is making our country worse by mistreating our workers. It's like dragging chains. Okay, so what is the third reason why that the pandemic is as bad as it is and not as good as it should be? And our government is the reason why. Congress, stupid. That's what I'm talking about. They are the reason. We have a democratically led Congress and House of Representatives, and all they want to do is fight over selling stocks, play grand theater, and not face the issues that are hardest hitting, which 1 in 5 children are starving, that 1 in 10 moms are homeless, and the number is going down to 1 in 8. Now, these statistics are mainly affecting people and women that are black, of color, and others that are low-income, poor immigrant, and living in a degraded, held down situation that doesn't allow them to come up and get out of it because they're not giving them the education, they're not giving them the resources, and they're not giving them the motivation, but they're holding them down. They're throwing on mandates. They're being draconian in some states like Florida, and they're making it worse. And these people are alone within our government that are mishandling us, abusing us, and not giving us the care that our tax dollars are paying for. And we're not standing up. Well, we shouldn't be standing up in ways that are upsetting and causing an insurrection. Because I'm going to tell you, the revolution will not be televised. If you're going to have a real one, you're going to have to do it with your dollars, people. You're going to have to say, Amazon, what are you doing? I haven't used it since 2015. And you know why? I've tried to buy one thing one time. They put me on hold, and then they wanted to give it to me and send it to me when I didn't expect it and take the money out of my account when I didn't want it. And I couldn't stop and put my money on hold. But they were all right with putting me on hold. Never again. Never again. Never again. My first experience was not good with them. It was shitty. Never again. You can only screw me once with my money because it's too hard to come by. And if yours is too hard to come by, why are you giving it to them? You got a supply chain problem out there. You need to be concentrating on what you need and not what you want. Now, this is where I was hearing on RBN about mutual aid. This is where this type of thing needs to come in and come into play. This is why we got to rejuvenate. And if just 1% of the working class that did not vote in the last election would vote and go third party this time, it would be enough to rattle, shake a boot, and create change. We need to rise up out of this degradation because the three things I mentioned are the same three damn reasons our government is working for them and not for you. This system is not broken. It's made that way, and it's starting to come clear to everybody that it is. And the more we wake up to it, because they want you to live with the virus now. At first, there was looking for herd immunity. Enough get it, maybe nobody else will. Almost 1 million dead. There ain't no herd immunity. I told you about that 2 years ago. Them chasing that as an excuse. They using that as an excuse to vaccinate everybody. They got studies that say CBD in Canada can help with preventing it and not causing it. See, they want you to think the vaccine is. They ready to bring Novavax into play and let you have that now that they done made all the money they wanted to off of this RNDA vaccine. See, Novavax was made the same way the polio vaccine was made. Now, what we need to understand, it's all about certain players were allowed to play and get their money and get their way. Corporations still are allowed to run the hospitals and show that they were bad faith characters and not helping Americans get over this vaccine. And worldwide, they're not a friend to the global nation because they're not sharing their recipe. But Cuba is. They're going to be the heroes of this pandemic with a vaccine that's got 90% efficacy while we're being forced barely ethical drugs down our system and being told that, oh, it's emergency, oh, now it's approved, oh, but what are you going to do if you're saying booster every 6 months, what type of vaccine is it for real? What type of pandemic is it for real? If you got comments on it, leave it below and let me know at FeministNewsN@gmail.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe to that YouTube channel and that Facebook page. And remember, I'm that Soulful Progressive one on Twitter. Got that rant of the day on blogging. And I thank the news crew for joining. All right. I got that Patreon going. Check it out. Check it out. Yeah. Because I'm not really on Twitter like I should be. But if you care to donate, I got that Venmo at SkyeSoulfulProgressive. Yeah. Mahalo in advance. Buy a girl a cup of coffee. I know that's right. Now, remember, in this era of hate, you're going to have to participate. And why is that? Because this world is an ugly damn place. And like I said, it ain't broken, it's made that way. And it shouldn't be. It's time for us to wake up and create a change. I know. Now, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Peace.